This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
And welcome back. With summer season upon us, that means many of you will be grilling up and having some barbecues, but the best thing to remember is to stay safe because we can actually have some accidents during grilling season. And this morning, to share some safety tips with us, we have Captain Joe Schilling with the Kirksville Fire Department to share some tips. How are you doing today?
Good, and you?
I'm doing great. So although it is overcast right now, temperatures will eventually warm up and a lot of people will be barbecuing. So my question is there a lot of explosions and actually fires when it comes to grilling season? Is it common around here?
Well, yeah, it is, because we become complacent when it comes to doing the grill.
Mm-hmm.
We have to remember that we're still using an ignition source of some type. A lot of them have now these propane, grills, and one thing you really want to take in consideration is that's a way of explosion happening when you are hitting your igniter at the same time you're letting the gas go. So what we want to talk about is making sure that when you go ahead and turn on the gas that you're ready to start barbecuing right at that time. You turn the gas on, you want to make sure you're hitting that igniter right off the bat. If it doesn't start right after the first or second time you've tried that igniter, turn the gas back off, allow it to set for a minute and get that to dissipate, and then try it again. Some people will sit there and just keep hitting it and hitting it, and you're building up all that gas into that grill, and then when it hits, it explodes, and we've got people that's getting surface burns on their face and on their hands and getting hair that's getting burnt off. So that's one of those things we really want to look at. The other ones are where people are actually building outside fire pits, and they're wanting to do like hot dogs or marshmallows and stuff. Letting them know that it's not good to use an accelerant. Don't use gasoline. Don't use the lighter fluid. What you want to use is just some paper, little twigs or whatever. Get it started. Allow it a little time to work itself up, and then get it going. A lot of people just want to walk out there, set some stuff in, put a little accelerant on, and start it on fire. So we just want to talk to them about making sure they take the time to prepare themselves to do the fire, do it the right way so that everybody has a great experience and nobody gets hurt.
What are some other safety tips? I know that, some people might not have a backyard or something, so they'll probably do it near their garage or open up their garage. How far should we keep our grill away from other surfaces or other items around the house?
Well, they don't really put out a lot of heat, but you don't want them anything within a couple, 2 to 3 feet of them, because I've seen them where they melt the siding on somebody's house because they've had them so close. You don't want them inside the garage, even though if it's raining and you think you ought to pull it in there, because you put all those carcinogens into your house. It sets off your detectors, your carbon monoxide detectors, your smoke detectors, and then it just leaves them carcinogens in your house, and they actually filter through the garage and into your areas of your home. So you don't want to do that. That just puts more, chance of hazards in your home that you don't need. Basically what I tell people, take it outside, put it out there. If you're going to have to do it while it's raining, leave it out there. You can cook and then go and check it. The other night, we actually were cooking at my house while it was raining. I just left the lid closed, went out and checked it as they got closer to me and done. And that way you're not putting any of that bad stuff back into your home.
All right. Now, we did touch base on, open fires as well as propane gas grills. What about a charcoal one? Are there any safety concerns when it comes to charcoal grills?
Same thing. If you put, if you have the briquettes that ignite themselves, let them work themselves. But a lot of people, it seems like we're in that rush. We want to get stuff done, or we didn't get a chance to get home early enough to get started, and they want to put the lighter fluid and stuff in there.
Right.
Well, that's a accelerant. You put that on there and then you light it. If there's enough of it still on the surface and the vapors are there, it'll actually blow up on you when you first ignite it. And a lot of people, don't get the long stick matches or the long lighters, the click lighters. So if they get a short lighter like they use to light their cigarettes or something like that, or they're just going to stick a little short match down in there, that's where that surface burn happens from their hands and stuff. So we just want to make sure they understand, take the time to do it right, and don't skip steps by trying to use accelerants and stuff like that, because that's where our hazards are coming from and that's where our injuries are coming from.
All right. And finally, my last question is, what happens if we do actually, not necessarily have an explosion, but, we do open up the top and then the huge flames come up and we actually do singe our eyebrows or do get burnt in the face? What should we do?
Well, you want to cool it. And so the best thing you can do is just splash yourself with water. Whether you got a garden hose, you go into the sink and just, cool that down. If you think you're burnt severe enough, go ahead and call 911 and then keep flushing that with water to try to keep the pain and the swelling and stuff down, so that when we get there, don't try any home remedies of butters or oils and stuff like that, because that's tends to irritate the skin and do more damage than good. So the main thing you do is just copious amounts of water, flush yourself, keep yourself calm, call 911 and let us get to you so that we can take care of you.
All right, perfect. And what we'll do is we'll post all of these tips on our website at heartlandconnection.com, and we'll also link up the Kirksville Fire Department's information as well if they have any questions or concerns or anything like that. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.